So Germany will be the first out in this men's 4x200 meters relay as the athletes are presented. They were third in Yokohama 2 years ago, Germany. This is a different quartet completely to 2 years back. Steven Müller, Felix Straub, Ansa Pepra and Owen Ansa. Then the Danes. Udengard Knudsen is their lead-off athlete. He's running on fresh leg. The others have all run already this weekend. Kenya go in lane 5. They were fourth in 2019. And will want to go better than their ladies, fifth in their equivalent race a few minutes ago. The Poles, well, as I said, they will be fired up, there's no doubt about it. 3 of the 4 have raced already this weekend. They were third in 2015, but Poland, 6 years ago now in Nassau, in the Bahamas. The Portuguese, a national record guaranteed. The same quartet as in the 4x100 meters heat yesterday, but a different order here. They were disqualified in the 4x100. And Ecuador head out to their lane 2 position. Went out in the heats in 2019, but their national record was set in the heats in Yokohama 2 years back. As I say, they failed to qualify for the final. Those blocks are put in exactly the right position. You see athletes normally use a tape, don't you, Jenny? A measuring tape to position their blocks exactly to the centimetre. Not sure I've seen one today. Measuring tape normally used to position the blocks.
Yeah, you've not seen any, are you saying?
I don't think I've seen a tape yet. They're all stepping it out. Or have we seen a tape yet?
Well, my position here isn't quite good enough to see, but yeah, we can definitely see that the changeover athletes who's actually putting that tape down, yeah, they certainly seem to just be going through the old-fashioned method of using the steps.
Ansa Pepra will be on the third leg for Germany.
There's some good athletes in this, Tim. You know, if you actually look down the personal bests, you know, we've got some of the Kenyan athletes. Some of them are 5 times Kenyan national champion. 200-meter personal bests around about 20.4 seconds. We've got people who are former South American junior champions. That's Lopez. He'll go on the third leg for Ecuador over this 200-meter distance. Pan American 2019 junior bronze medalist. That's Mark Conguez. He goes on the second leg. And yeah, there's people all around. They're getting medals at, you know, junior competitions, regional competitions, national competitions. And again, just an opportunity for a lot of them to don their national vest and try and get into those other relay teams, maybe the more established relay teams, the 4x1 and the 4x4.
Well, Jamaica set to the world record in the inaugural edition of the World Relays back in 2014 in the warmth of Nassau in the Bahamas. Their time, remember this, for 4x200 was 1 minute 18.63, so a long way under averaging 20 seconds per leg. Now, of course, they do get a running start, the athletes on legs 2, 3 and 4, but nonetheless the changeovers have to be managed, and that is a pretty special time. Santa Monica Track Club, an American track club, hold the second fastest time in history, and that was set back in 1994, 118.68. So anything down towards 120, perhaps in these conditions, anything down towards 121 would be very, very quick indeed by any one of these 6 teams. So Germany go on the outside. Steven Müller for them. Let's hope their fortunes are better than in the 4x100 earlier. Denmark, Stefan Udengard Knudsen, running on fresh legs, goes on their first leg in 6th. Kenya's Mark Otieno Odhiambo is their lead-off man. For Poland, it's Dominik Kopek. Ran leg 2 yesterday in the 4x100 meter heats. For Portugal, Federico Covello, leg 3 in the 4x100 heats yesterday. The same quartet as in the 4x100. This, of course, is a straight final. And Ecuador go on the inside with Alex Quinones. He will hand over to Anderson Martinez, Steven Marcelo Salas Lopez, and Catriel Angulo. So Poland victorious in the women's race. Can they repeat that here? They go in lane 4. Away they go then, looking for any change in the echelon. We will see from the graphic bottom left of the screen very quickly that Kenya, Denmark and Germany at the moment appear to be 1, 2, 3. That would be a great leg from Kenya's Odhiambo, Mark Otieno Odhiambo. Get the changeover right. Oh my gosh! And it's Danes who have dropped the baton at the first changeover. What a disaster for them. The baton went down. The incoming runner collapsed to the track. Germany going well at the moment. Felix Straub on this second leg for them will hand over to Lucas Ansapepra. They're under some pressure from Kenya inside them, who have had a fabulous first couple of legs. For Kenya on this third leg is Elijah Onkware Matthew. But a drop baton in a 4x200, Jenny, shows how difficult it can be at speed.
It does, and I knew it was a challenge, but I'm really impressed by this Kenyan quartet so far. Wouldn't necessarily think Kenya were going to be great at sprints, more endurance, of course, but now they've been overtaken by the Germans, and it is a good German quartet.
And Poland have dropped the baton there as well on that third change of dear oh dear. Germany way out in front. Owen Ansa storming away to victory. He's got about a 12-metre lead. No problems for the Germans here in those changeover. Kojo Musa of Denmark would have been inside him, but he's gone. It's Hesbon Ochieng of Kenya who takes second place in the 4x200 metres relay. And I think Poland there through Karol Zalewski taking third place. Or was it the Poles who dropped the baton halfway through that third changeover? But the Germans, well, in a different class, a different quartet to Yokohama, but they go 2 places better. Third 2 years ago, the win here today, very impressively too, and frankly, they did it, well, seemingly at a canter. There was nobody within 10 metres of them. The Poles indeed did drop the baton at that third change. What a great shame. They jogged through just in case. Disqualifications can come through unexpectedly. But what a huge disappointment. And I wonder if we've talked about it a lot, Jenny, but I just wonder if the cold gets into the hands and a little bit of carelessness is forgivable when you're really cold and shivery and conditions you're unfamiliar with them.
Yeah, and again, it's something that they probably don't practice a lot, this 4x200 metres, and maybe you just are a little bit more relaxed and you take the eye off the ball because you think it's not the same pressure as the 4x1. But yeah, we've had more disasters in the 4x2 than the 4x1. But great scenes here. The Kenyans are now doing well at lots of different events. Of course, they had Yego, the world champion over the javelin, quite a few years ago now. Getting into the sprint events now as well. But I have to say that German squad, they did really well. Of course, they never saw any other athlete the whole of the competition because they were out there in the outside lane. They probably didn't even know what was going on inside there. Maybe it was better that they didn't drop battons and all the drama. But 1:22.44, that's just over 20.5 seconds each. Yes, of course, they've got momentum going into that, but don't think that's quite a bad time on a chilly evening.
But does that sometimes help, being on the outside lane in a relay? Because you have tunnel vision, you have no choice. You're not going to be looking around for the opposition in a 4x100 or 4x200 on any of the legs. So you just get on with what is going on in your lane and try to nail it and get it right. Sometimes when you're in the middle lanes, there's a lot of traffic, a lot of activity going on around you. Battens flying through the air as we've seen today. As
we saw, they were just very undetracted by anything. And I don't think they probably knew they were going to win until the last 50 metres. And I think Portugal have just realised, here we go.
This is the Danes dropping the baton. Was this at their first changeover, I think? Oh dear, the incoming runner stretching, leaning forwards, overstriding, bang, down he goes. The baton wasn't transferred.
Yeah, he had 3 goes at it as well, didn't he? He tried his very best.
And watch the Poles there in the white vests handing over there. That's their third changeover. The baton goes down, bang, almost a hindrance to the athletes inside them. You could trip on that.
That's such a shame as well, because they were really fighting with the Kenyans for that second position. But here we go. Great scenes here. Germany taking it, like we say, on the outside. Didn't see any other team throughout. And Portugal there with Pereira was finishing really, really strong. He normally goes over the 100 metres, and he was really pulling Kenya back over that straight. But Ansah managed to just run all the way down the straight, unattended by anybody else, and great images. He looks across on the inside of him, nobody around him, no one to worry them. It was a dominant victory for the German quartet.
He will have known, I guess, looking back as the third leg unfolded, that he had a very comfortable lead, but I'm sure stayed focused down the home straight there for that comfortable victory. Almost 2 seconds the winning margin for Germany over Kenya, and what a surprise second place for the Kenyan quartet. Brilliant running from them. No national records in this one until you get down to fourth place Ecuador, who set a national record with 124.89. And actually, just checking, that is a national record for Ecuador by almost 2.5 seconds. So they did perform really well. A slap of congratulations there to Odhiambo, the lead-off man for Kenya, who ran a fabulous leg. They were fourth in 2019, second 2 years later.
Well, this is the Portuguese squad. They're pleased with their third position here. And it's nice, isn't it, to see the camaraderie between all of them.
So there's confirmation of the result. Germany winning from Kenya. Portugal third, Ecuador fourth with that national record. A national record for the Portuguese as well, actually. Denmark failing to finish. We saw that crash to the track in a changeover, and Poland disqualified, I'm afraid, for the baton, I think, disappearing way out of their lane. But they did retrieve it and run home, but then were disqualified. Well, there's the split times. And again, 19.96 for the Germans. Their final leg athlete, Jenny. Oh, and Ansah, under 20 in these conditions. Brilliant.
Yeah, he drove all the way to the line. And like you say, Tim, he would have been aware that they had such a big margin.